Welcome to Eagle Eye.
What a break from Manolo!
Interviewing your favorite USA Eagles around the globe.
Tony Lamb into the 22.
Now, here's your host, Bill Baker.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Eagle Eye Rugby Podcast. If you didn't hear the big booming voiceover guy, my name is Bill Baker. Thank you for tuning in. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and leave a review if you could. I really appreciate that. Any kind of input, any feedback, bring it on. All right, today on the podcast I have Katana Howard of Sale Sharks, USA Fly Half, 4 caps for her, none obviously for anybody for the last couple of years. Real fun conversation. We talk about the Prem 15 she's in with Sale Sharks and also playing with teammates on the Sale Sharks roster and against with players she's played against over the years. We talk about the level of play at the Prem. We talk about fitting in or settling in Manchester. And also we talk about the upcoming autumn internationals, what they're doing to prep as a team. They join the squad coming up, I think, in a week or so. Start training for Canada, Ireland, and England. But yeah, we go into a lot about that, her first cap and how amazing it's going to feel to pull that jersey on again this autumn, hopefully. Also preps for next year's World Cup. And yeah, we go into that more. We talk about the World Cup, and she has some great responses. And also, what does the game, generally speaking, mean to her? Great response for that. So here I am with her. Enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for giving me your time. How are you these days? What's keeping you busy?
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Just got here into Manchester about 3-4 weeks ago. Had our first game against Bristol, had a game against DNP last weekend, and just settling in nicely with my 2 other teammates.
Yeah, nicely done. And congrats on that move to Premier15s and with Sale. Can you talk about that move? How did that come about?
Yeah, we've been, with the US team, we've been doing DTEs, like daily training environments over in Denver, basically over Corona. And just during the last one, just heard word from Rob Kane, the head coach, that there was interest from Sale for me to head over. And I was, pretty shocked, but I wasn't really doing anything at home work-wise. I was just basically lift grabbing to make money. So I decided to head on over and just check out a new experience.
And how's that experience been so far? It's only been a few weeks. Any kind of, probably not a culture shock at all for you, but any kind of interesting things you've discovered along the way?
Yeah, I've been to England a couple of times, but only to London and a few times around. But culture shock hasn't been too crazy. I've just been really excited to be in a full, another full rugby environment. And yeah. I love being able to just head over to Carrington and work with the Sale facilities and just kind of experience everything that Sale has to offer, and all the girls and the coaches. Katie Daly-McLean is the head coach, so it's amazing getting to learn from her every single training. And we have our own, the 2 of us will have kicking sessions every once in a while, and it's been really nice to just soak up so much information in such a short period of time.
And let's talk about the league for a second. Did you have any idea what the level of play would be like, and what were the big differences between Premier 15s and WPL?
Right. I knew a little bit. 4 of our teammates were at Exeter, actually more than 4 last season, and I was, catching up on their games and watching them. So I knew about the level. Super excited to get ripped into the level and just play consistent, good rugby. But I think the difference in terms of WPL just depends on, I think, even just where your team is located, and the players that get drawn. I know I play for the Twin Cities Amazons, and to be honest, it's hard to get girls to come out to Minnesota. It's not as much of a draw as it is to, go to California or something like that. But I think it just totally depends. There's good competition in WPL, but I think it just depends on who you're playing with and against. And
this is Premier 15s is more of a full-time environment than WPL.
Yeah.
Would that be accurate?
Yeah, exactly. For Zons, we train Monday, Tuesday, and girls will have full-time jobs. It's similar here in Sale, but there's more opportunities to like here at Sale, we train Monday to Thursday, rest day Friday, and then game out, over the weekend or something. So it's just nice to be able to train so many days a week.
And how important has it been for you, for your transition over there, to be with Nick, be with Katie? Katie you're all playing really well. Katie's 3 tries already. How important was it for you 3 to be doing this together?
Yeah, it's nice. I definitely like having people I know around me, just especially with a new team. But in my experience, rugby is a very welcoming community, and to be honest, I feel like anywhere I would want to go, I would just try and message a local rugby team and just try and get with some of the girls. But it's been really nice to have Nick and Benny here with for sure. And I've been playing with, I guess I've known them for about 3 years, so it's nice to get to know them a little bit more because we're all living together with.
I was going to ask you if you're roommates. Yeah, we got to find out more about that.
yeah, we're all roommates, us 3, and then Lisa Thompson from Scotland is our 4th roommate. We're just living in a house here about 10 minutes walk from Manchester city centre.
Now there's at Sale, there's another fly half there for the men's side of it, AJ McGinty. Not sure if you ever crossed paths with AJ. Have you had any communication with him? I know he's been a bit bumped up recently as well.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him since I've been here, but I'm sure when we come back, that we'll be back for so long. I'm sure I'll bump into him then. But it's been crazy seeing all the other guys there though too. Like I know Manatu Longi's been playing, like Marlon Yard, like those are players I was watching and loving to watch when I first started my rugby career. So it's so wild. Just waiting for a Faf and Lud to come back to Sale. It's going to be so crazy.
So let's talk about matches you're looking forward to. So when you get back from the autumn internationals, who are you looking forward to playing against? Obviously, there's Exeter we talked about a second ago. Zachary Cantorner. Then you have Alicia with Worcester, Carly. We pretty much have Eagles on almost every team over there. Any particular match you're looking forward to right now?
At this point, I feel like I'm looking for any games really. Like I'm just loving the competition level out here, and of course playing against good friends is a blast. But yeah, for sure, any of those games. Since I've been here, I haven't played in a home game, so I think having the first home game at Haywood's going to be really nice. But yeah, looking forward to going toe to toe with some of those teams.
So maybe when you face Exeter, it might be a bit of a battle there too. Hopefully you start that match against Gabby, and then see who gets the most points from the tees, who gets this and that. That's going to be a bit some bragging rights for that match, right?
Exactly. That's for sure what I'm looking forward to, especially Loughborough. Yeah, my good buddy Charlie Jacoby's playing with Loughborough, so I'd be excited to go against her as well.
So now you're coming back to the States this weekend. Congrats on making the autumn international squad. Are you getting right into the training with the squad?
Luckily enough, we have the Prem is on break right now, so we actually have a group flight with all of the UK girls. We're actually leaving tomorrow morning from Heathrow to Denver. Like I think there's like 12 or 13 of us, and then so I'll be able actually to fly home Saturday night, and we get you can go back to Denver. You just have to be back to Denver on the 26th. So we have time to see our family and stuff and try and catch up with everyone. But yeah, right back to business on September 20. On the 26th, I guess, and then October 26th, and then start tour. Have 2 hopefully really good games against Canada, and then right back over to the UK.
So now, what's been the message from the coaching staff, from Rob and Emily and whoever else, over the past, since going to Premier15s, has there been a message from them saying this is how we'd love for you to prepare coming into camp?
I guess not that specifically. Like we've been actually having meetings with Rob after our Prem games. We'll have a one-on-one with him to go over our individuals and things like that. But I think the biggest message getting across is just growing and just like showing everyone how much we've learned and how much we've learned, and just really trying to put all the months of DTE into play, because it's been so long since we've played, and like I was still brand new then. Like I started 3 years ago and still have 4 caps. So I still feel like I'm kind of getting my feet under me, even though it's been such a long time. But
like you just mentioned, it's been a while. It's been a couple of years since anyone's last test match, really. You had the Stars and Stripes back in July. So what you're doing now is similar to that. The camps get together, you're training together. But what's it going to be like for you to get back in that test atmosphere again?
Yeah, that is a great question. It was really nice to get a couple games with the Prem under our feet, just to get back and settling in. Because, like you said, DTE, it was just, it would have been just smaller scrimmages, and of course the Stars and Stripes. But it's just playing against teammates, playing against girls. Just hopefully we can just put all of that work into fruition and have a good few games this fall.
And looking at these matches this fall, obviously we mentioned a couple against Canada and then back over against Ireland and England. Are any of those you're looking forward to more than others? You have Canada be more of kind of like a revenge series, if you ask me, after the last time we faced them. But then you may be playing against Sale teammates in those other matches. Have you thought much about that at all?
A bit. Yeah, I'll only speak for myself, but for me, my biggest focus would be just to try to I don't know if it's implicate, but try and put the work into the games. And at this point now we're gonna be playing people we've known since there's so many of us in the UK now. Probably as much fun as it will be, just trying to still focus on the game and trying to. My biggest thing is still learning. There's always something to learn, and I guess just focusing on that at this time. And then my end goal or where I want to be is World Cup anyway. So this, still as important as it is, will be a stepping stone for that.
And let's go back a bit. Let's talk about your first cap, 2019 against England. Is that right?
Yeah.
What was that? What do you remember the most about that game?
Man, I was on the bench, probably just being really quiet, thinking about, still just in this whirlwind of can't even believe I'm here. And then next thing you know, Gabby's head splits open, and I have to run on and just do what I know how to do, play rugby. So just had to fill in for her while she got her head wrapped, and then back out on the bench for blood sub, and then got to actually finish the game out. So, but it was crazy because, those girls I've only seen on the TV, playing against Emily Scarrett, oh man, it was really, really wild. But I still kind of can't even believe I'm here, but take it day by day.
That's great. Something that came to my mind earlier today, it's, playing at that test level, obviously it's fast, it's more physical, it's, more skilled altogether, each 15 on each side. Coming off of those matches, and when you go back to your club side, not now with the Prem, but over here in the States, is there a big difference? Does the club side slow down for you? Do you know what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, it does. Especially now that since I've been on the U.S. team, we've been doing DTEs and then Prem. So since then, I haven't played with the Amazons in quite a while. Since before I was even on the team. When I was back home for this COVID, I was going to training sessions and stuff like that. But I mean, it's really nice. Those girls I've also known since I've been playing in college, since 2012, 2013. There's still some girls that play on the Amazons, and just do my best to bring the knowledge I've been learning back to them and just try to continue growing my home club.
Yeah, and these fall matches coming up, obviously you want to do well, you want to win the matches you can win, but they're all in prep for next year, obviously, for the Rugby World Cup 21 and 22. Let's talk about that again. We just talked about your memories of pulling on that jersey for your first match, but what about pulling on a USA jersey in a Rugby World Cup match?
Yeah, that's in the future. So still looking, to this fall. But that is for sure my main goal right now is to be playing my best rugby in that tournament. And just kind of trying to take it day by day. But I still remember when my teammate Sylvia Brockton, she's our S&C coach now, when she would come back from camp, I would just like want her USA socks. Like it's just like the smallest little thing from Team USA would just like make my whole day. And just like I said, I still really have trouble believing that I'm still here, but it's always a crazy experience.
So generally speaking of the sport, how important has rugby been to you in your life?
Probably one of the most important things in my life. Luckily enough, I got into it my senior year of high school, so actually pretty early. I was about 17, and a girl named Jasmine in my pre-calculus class asked me to play. I was playing softball in the spring at the time, and I looked up like YouTube. Never heard of it, so I looked up YouTube videos, and of course, it's just like compilations of like dominant tackles and dominant carries, and I didn't want any part of that. And decided to quit softball, try something new. I played soccer and basketball in high school too. I was like a three-sport athlete, so definitely wanted to just try something new and, fell in love with it. Luckily enough, got into the U of M where I still have like lifelong friends from all that time ago and some of my best buddies from then. And then 2 years after the U, I just went right to the Amazons. And I feel like my circle right now is really only rugby players. Like all my friends, my family knows all my friends. Like it's just the community, I feel like.
Yeah. Now I was watching some video of you. Before I ask this, how would you just define your style of play? Because when I saw these highlights, you were running people over. You're a pretty physical player. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I do like a bit of contact. I started like my first position, I was a scrum half, but then in college I actually played in the front row a bit. I played in the back row a bit, played 6 and 7. And then once I got to the Amazons, I still played 1 year at loose forward, and then my second year with the Amazons is when I moved to fly half. So, but I think one of the biggest things that helped with my development was playing for a sevens team in the summer called Youngbloods. And it's just super local team. I actually started the team with, KJ started it, but I was on the original team, my teammate KJ on the US team as well. And we were playing with the likes of Garrett Bender and Nate Augsburger every Monday, probably Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then over the weekends. And even, I think he was Sevens Player of the Year. Wale Mai came for a season, and that was only my second or third year of playing rugby was when I started. So I think playing at such a high level so early in my, development of rugby really helped out with my skills and stuff like that. So I had the physicality to start, and then I think my skills just developed after I had started playing sevens and just playing with that caliber of people. I started taking it a lot more seriously.
Wow. You definitely have, and I love seeing those highlights of you. Just not afraid of contact, which is a good thing in this game, right?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
All right, so one more thing, Katana. I saw a video of a Texas volleyball player playing the ukulele, and there was a message saying "Challenge for Katana." What does that mean? Do you know
Really?
anything at all about this?
I mean, I play a bit of ukulele and guitar, but I've never seen that video actually.
I'll send it over to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see that. Maybe I'll have to send a little something back. I don't sing, but I'll play a little something over here.
Do you have it right there next to you? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Say no.
No, I don't. I do not. But maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the time here. It's fun and a pleasure to watch you. Either on YouTube, wherever the games are, and all the other women playing overseas in the Prem. Good luck this fall and the remainder of the Prem 15s.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you very much.